All right, some pretty bullish price action today, and a lot of these oversold momentum stocks, or what I call meme stocks, uh, crypto-related stocks, um, electric vehicle or green energy stocks, AMC, GameStop. Uh, so what I got here is I've sorted them by percentage top gainers today. Top gainer on my list here is BNGO, and pretty good sized bullish candle today. We've already gotten above our first downtrending indicator, the Kijun-sen line here. There are other downtrending indicators to be aware of. That we have a downtrending 50 moving average here, and of course we're below the cloud. It looks like if you draw a trend line, you can kind of see where the trend lies with this downtrend that we're in here. Okay, we kind of have this channel going on, top and bottom of the channel, approximately. So I think we're just reacting to an oversold, extreme oversold area here. I'd like to see price escape this downtrending line and these downtrending indicators here, or at least start forming a series of higher highs and higher lows. We've got lower highs and lower lows. So this high here is still lower than these previous peaks here, of course. So if you want to get into these, if you want to try to chase this bounce, which I think is pretty risky, I would look at the lower time frames. And I've drawn a little trend line here on this lower time frame, and we're already overextended here. So maybe a pullback and look for the new trend to hold on the lower time frame here. Look to stay above the cloud, or at least follow the Kijun-sen line here. Let's go back to the daily chart. ZOM up almost 20% today. This thing's pretty oversold. We've been in quite a momentum downtrend here, and we've jumped above the Tenkan-sen line. We're pretty far away from the cloud and Kijun-sen, so this is we're just way oversold here. Got down to 75 cents here, huh? So yeah, I would just be aware of these other downtrending indicators, and watch for price to turn around on you and bite you if you're going to try to trade these. So looking at the 30-minute chart, we've gotten above the cloud for the first time since we fell up here at around $2. So this is kind of encouraging. It's tradable. You just have to be careful and watch or this thing's going to roll over and bite you. I think we're already a little overextended. If you want to try to follow this new trend, look for price to stay above the cloud here. CCIV, pretty overextended already as well. If you want to try to trade the cloud on a 30-minute chart. And daily chart, you can see we've gotten above this previous support, which should have acted resistance. We've gotten above there, so I look for price to hold above $21 now, or else basically the downtrend is back on. Even AMC trying to break above resistance here today. We've got this resistance that's been in place at $11 for quite some time here. These stocks have surprised me. GME, technically, we're in a downtrend now. We do still have some uptrending 50 and 100 and 200 moving average here, and kind of this flat cloud. So this could attempt to break above this cloud again. It all depends on market sentiment, but the shape of this cloud is actually kind of weak, being so long and spindly here. But this long flat top is definitely an area of strong resistance at about 250. CTRM, we've gotten above our Tinkinson line. The Tinkinson line is beginning to curve up. These pullbacks are tradable. You just have to be careful because these things will roll over, and like what happened here, we got above the Tinkinson line for a little bit, and then once we got back below it, we sold off pretty hard. Let's see, we sold off from 93 cents down to 42 cents. So that's a more than 50% drop since the price rolled over right there. GNUS, trying to react to sort of a support area, I guess, down here around $1.40, $1.45-ish. And NDM, we're above the Tinkinson, and we've got this downtrending Kijisen right here on top. A lot of downtrending indicators in this chart. I really don't like trying to go long with all this downtrending pressure. Just kind of need to give time and watch this chart pattern, see if we can start making a series of higher highs and higher lows. CLSK, I'm seeing lower highs and lower lows in this chart. Just another pop-up, a series of lower highs. At least for now it is. Canon Incorporated, CAN. So this move is sort of significant because we've gotten above the Tinkinson line, but you can see we did that here as well and immediately sold off again. Huge bearish candle right there. That's kind of a bad deal there when you see a big bearish candle like that. We still haven't overcome that. I don't like this chart. We're trying to go long. TAOP, more of the same, above the Tinkinson, but downtrending pressure above. GEVO, GEVO, downtrending pressure here at about $7.92, $8. We'll call it $8. CHPT, charge point. This thing trades in some pretty strong moves. I wouldn't be surprised if we see this thing turn around here near the bottom of the cloud here at about $28, $27.60, or maybe as soon as tomorrow morning pre-market. I don't know, but I'd be leery about trying to go long. We're still underneath all these downtrending indicators here. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. Yeah, we're trying to test the cloud here. We tested the cloud over here and failed. Looks like we're going to do it again. So I would give these chart patterns can take time to work out. So maybe we see another big bullish move up here, and we're already pretty overextended. Tinkinson's clear down here. So you might want to look for a pullback and look for price to stay above these flat areas of the cloud over here. As the chart progresses, we're going to find our way over here. But we still need to keep in mind what's going on with the daily chart here. Still below a thick downtrending red cloud. QS, QuantumScape, I took a short position on this based on this support area that broke here. Looks like we're going to come up and test it. Looking for price to turn back down right here at about $40 or so. IDEX, Ideanomics. Nothing much to get excited about here. We're still seeing lower lows and lower highs. Okay. The long-term picture, I'm seeing this kind of rising trend coming, but it looks like you really need to be patient with this thing. Also, don't just make these huge moves. So as we get closer to the bottom of this area, or maybe this is the beginning of another huge move here, I don't know. These are just too risky for me. I just like to analyze the technicals here. Not really into trading a lot of these, just like to look, watch and learn, basically. Watch how Ichimoku works and how price reacts, and try to figure out where's the safe place to get in or whatever. So we're kind of trading in a range here. Looks like we're making a little bit lower lows, or this low is pretty even with that one. So you could call this a range. Maybe we're range bound here. I like the idea of shorting up near the top of this range. NKLA. This thing is way oversold. I spotted a short opportunity right here, and this thing is really traded down from there and fallen, gosh, over 50% from it got almost $30 here and then all the way back down to $10. So that's a, what is 70% loss, 65% loss. JMA, downtrending pressure here, lower lows and lower highs. Okay, I like to see that turn around before I'm trying to go long on these. RIOT, we've got this new, I just drew some lines here of kind of this downtrending channel thing we've got going on here. So we get oversold into this channel and we come back and test the top. Okay, we're still making lower lows and lower highs. SOS. There's a couple of different ways you could draw this. Could draw a descending trend line here. I've drawn this kind of this channel. Looks like or support area and resistance is what I've got drawn here. Let's see, trend line. That's a pretty wide channel. I think that's too wide. Yeah, anyway, so I'm just seeing this as an oversold bounce right now. Be very careful with these. RAIL, I kind of like what I see in this chart, but the price action is just too wild for me. I mean, you think that you want to look for pullbacks, but right here it looked like the trend was rolling over. We're getting a TK cross and a bunch of bearish candles, and now we bounced right back up. So the stock is pretty bullish, RAIL. MARA, Marathon Digital Holdings. I believe this is a crypto related stock, and looks like this is rolling over. We've got a TK cross. We've dropped down into the cloud. So the cloud interior of the cloud indicates indecision. So price needs a resolution now. We need to see if we're going to break back out of the cloud, or we're going to break down below. With this downtrending pressure coming in here, I think it's just a matter of time before this breaks down below. So another thing to look at if you're going to trade these crypto-related stocks is to look at Bitcoin, which I was just looking at this a minute ago. So we've seen this pretty big bullish candle today. Is this just an oversold bounce? Could be, or it could be the start of another big push up. Markets can be crazy and a little unpredictable, so but this is a pretty big bullish engulfing candle. We are still below the cloud on the daily and below our Kijisen line here, so we'll keep an eye on that and see how this goes. So yeah, it definitely looks like this trend is broken. Could draw a trend line along here, and then of course you got the cloud. We just need to watch for more chart information and see if this move can continue and we can get back up into trend here. SAVA. Not sure how I got that one into my watch list, but still looking bearish. FUBO. We've gotten above the Tinkinson line here, which is encouraging, but still a lot of downtrending pressure to look at. I'm really not into bottom fishing, so if that's your cup of tea, like I said, take a look at a 30-minute chart. Look for price to hold this new trend that's evolving here and stay above the cloud on 30-minute chart. I tried to trade one of these bounces here a while back. It didn't go well because it didn't last long. This last bounce over in here, I think is what it was. Not this stock, but some of these others. So CLOV. We got kind of this interesting support area going on here. Look how bullish these candles are, bouncing off the support area here. This is mildly interesting. We're trying to find support from our indicators here, coming up into the cloud. CLOV, Clover Health. Yeah, I'm done messing with drug stocks. They can come bite you in a hurry. But it is looking bullish. 4-hour chart. We're above the cloud on the 4-hour chart. We got Plug Power. I would avoid this one with the lawsuit they got hanging on them, but looks like an oversold bounce to me. Lower lows, lower highs. Drew a support area here that broke. Looks like we're going to test it. We'll see. So looking at a lot of these charts can give you an idea of where we're at as far as where the market's liable to react again. And it may just react to this one, or it could be the market reacting as a whole. But I see a lot of these that have traded up near resistance areas where the market could begin to react to this downtrending pressure as soon as tomorrow. I think the market's waiting for some news, I believe, on Wednesday, and then we'll see if we can start to escape these downtrending indicators and get out of this. But BLOK, this looks kind of range bound as well. We've got this range that we're trading in here. I've been watching for a complete breakdown of the support area. We tried a couple times here. I have a feeling it's just a matter of time, or maybe we'll resolve to the top side. So you can trade this range, long positions at the bottom of the range, and take profits or short at the top. I kind of like the idea of shorting up here, because this thing may just eventually break down completely here. This trend has been pretty steep here. Tilray, TLRY. I drew this trend line a while back. I tried a long position on this. I thought that one of these candles along here looked pretty bullish, but that didn't turn out too well. So we are getting on top of above the Tinkinson line here. That's the first indication of a turnaround, as you get on top of the Tinkinson line. Tinkinson line curves up, and look for it to cross Kijunsen, get the TK cross. Four-hour chart, lots of downtrending pressure. See, on the 4-hour chart, the Tinkinson hasn't even curved up yet. I'm not liking this chart. At least not for long positions. Coin, not enough chart information to do any sort of technical analysis on this. It's just people throwing money and guessing. Could be we're just getting just a little oversold, see? So this may react and come right back down. SNDL, what have I got here? Why am I so, okay. Yeah, nothing exciting here. We are kind of making this a little bit of a round. One could speculate a round bottom here, maybe. Need to see more follow through and at least get above the Tinkinson here and cross Kijunsen for me to even think that this is looking bullish. I don't think it's bullish yet. Look at a 30-minute chart. Yeah, no. This chart has just not been able to get bullish to save its life. I thought this was it right here, this big bullish candle, and we got above the cloud here. I tried a long position on this recently as well, and that quickly went to hell. So one could speculate maybe we are making higher lows here. We've got this big low here. Here's our next one, and then here. We're making higher lows, well, but we're not making higher highs, are we? Not really, not yet. Just kind of consolidating, looks like. Just kind of consolidating here. Maybe we're consolidating because we're oversold and ready to, waiting for the next push down. RBLX. Not enough chart information here. I'm not sure if I'm seeing higher highs or lower highs. Just kind of crazy here. So we had a higher high here and a higher low. Yeah, maybe we're making higher highs and higher lows in RBLX here. FCEL, fuel cell. I wouldn't doubt if we see a reaction soon and continue back down on this. But you never know. Maybe it's time for these to turn around. Maybe they're too oversold. But I look at the long-term picture of some of these, and I think, well, this is just a pump and dump. I see a lot of pump and dump in the history of this stock. Huge oversold. Now we're coming back up to this long-term downtrend. So I saw this months ago, and I really haven't liked these stocks with charts that look like this. I'm not investing in them. I'm okay with trading them, but unless you're shorting these trades aren't working too well. No. Lower lows and lower highs. NEO, this is kind of interesting. I'm seeing this support area here where prices reacted 3 times. You could call it consolidation. Maybe we're coming back to the top of a consolidation range here. I would look for this area to continue to hold. We are getting some moving average crossing here. 50 crossed the 100, and we're coming up on the 200. So yeah, this stock is still up an awful lot from where it came from. I think that this move down we're seeing now, this could go on for months. This could continue for several more months easily. We're not out of the woods until we can escape this downtrending pressure here. PLTR, actually closed my long position on this because I don't like this downtrending cloud we've got going on here. It looks like we're seeing lower highs, but our lows we're kind of, maybe we're making lower lows. If you look where the candlesticks close, or if you come up here and look where the candlesticks close, this low is pretty even with this one. So we've got this as a support area here at about $21. So I would look for that to hold. If you like taking long positions, I'd look for long positions around this $21 area and look for that to hold. I'm actually waiting, possibly considering shorting this if we break down from there, but I know market sentiment's pretty strong with this one. They just don't seem to be able to push it up lately. It's just kind of stagnant. DraftKings, this thing was looking like it was breaking down. It's gone, fallen below the cloud. I've got some support areas I've drawn here. We've reacted to this support area. These charts take time to evolve, so we've got some resistance up in here now, and a downtrending red cloud over here in the future. So the downtrending red cloud can give you an indication of the future for this stock. Another thing to look at if you want to go long is what they call the lagging line. And let's see if I can spot it here. Where is our lagging line? I don't see it. Oh, here it is here. So this line here, this is our lagging line. So when you're going to go long, look for long positions, you want to see the lagging line above price action. And right here, we're not. We're below price action. We're pretty well below price action. So this is not favorable to opening a long position. If you want to follow all the indicators of Ichimoku correctly, we've got a TK cross, which is bearish. Our lagging line is below price, and our price is below the cloud. So There's a lot of bearish things going on with this chart. Only bullish thing I see with this chart is we have been in basically an uptrend, and we've got this support area here. So if you're long-term bullish and want to invest in this, then I would look to add at these support areas, or add more at the 200 moving average if we get down there. This is a pretty decent uptrend here, and we do have some lows that are below the cloud, so this could just be part of the normal uptrend cycle. AVGO, that chart's pretty wild. It's holding up for the moment. Tesla, 719. I thought the price was stronger than that. Yeah, we traded down. Oh, we've traded down to 719 after hours is what it is. We've dropped 2.5% after hours. So yeah, I'm looking for Tesla to hold above this 720 support area. Or it's actually kind of a zone, 705 to 720 is the area I've been watching. And that's the reason I entered this trade. I did take a long trade on Tesla based on this 720 resistance area, which is now support. And we're above the cloud here. We've started making higher lows and higher highs. Let's see, these two highs are pretty equal, but we've got a little bit, I got a higher high here. Okay, so I look for that to continue with Tesla. Let's see if there's anything else I want to look at. Snap, I've been watching this. It looks kind of range bound, consolidating. All right, that's it for now.